Good morning, Jeremy Williamson here at McInnes Realty, coming back for just another chapter as far as the new Carlisle Community Series. Today I had the opportunity to sit down with Steve at Kate O'Connor's and just kind of have a little brief chat with you. So I wanted to give the ball to you and we'll go from there. But if you want to introduce yourself and just tell us a little bit about your just the history of your restaurant.
Sure, yeah, I'm Steve Brooks, born and raised in Ireland, came out in '85. Opened Kate O'Connor's in 2006. Actually, I bought it in 2006, we opened in 2007.
Mm-hmm.
And so we started out pretty busy and we've stayed that way ever since.
Yeah. Well, and you told me that you had purchased the business from somebody else. The structure had been here since the 40s.
Yeah.
And was more or less kind of a sports bar type setup, right?
It was a lot of things, yeah. Greek restaurant, sports bar,
Okay, I didn't know
Irish
that.
pub, yeah.
All right, so it's obviously seen many things throughout the day.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you guys came in here, it wasn't really turnkey. You had to do quite a bit of work to get it to where you see it today.
Did. Yeah, we had to basically demo the whole place and start fresh.
Yeah. Well, and some of it too, just with what you wanted to do. You mentioned you had to haul out a bunch of different things. You changed the floor plan as far as the layout of the building.
Yeah.
Was that more so just because it fit the design of what your business wanted to be, or the building was just, it's not going to work the way it is?
No, just the layout. I know kind of what Irish pub should look like, and this is probably the best design we could come up with.
Yeah.
You know, so we moved the kitchen from this area into the original family dining area, and it's kind of out of sight, out of mind, and nobody wants to look at cooks cooking and smells and smoke and stuff like that. So yeah.
Well, and I can attest to, and I was telling Steve this, that I mean, our family, we live in New Carlisle, and we've had the opportunity to be here, I'd say, 8 to 10 times as far as eating with family and friends, and there's not been a time that I've been here that I've walked away dissatisfied. So that's the best thing about it, where you guys have a pretty expansive menu.
We do.
As far as offerings, and I've not, and anyone that I've been with, have tried anything that they didn't like.
Right.
So I've been extremely pleased and just love when we come here. I think your location is really good too, just because when you come in around the bend into town.
Yeah.
So was that one thing that kind of drew you to the business as far as location?
Not really. You know, the place came up for sale, and I've always wanted to open an Irish pub.
Mm-hmm.
You know, being from Ireland, I wanted a good pint of Guinness, and so we got both. We got an Irish pub, and we got a good pint of Guinness.
Yeah, absolutely.
Plus, we have a good location.
Yeah, you can't beat it. So, for those that don't know yet, because you will come, but when you come into New Carlisle, it's before you hit pretty much everything. But it's that first bend coming to town right after the American Legion and then Joe's grocery store that's right nearby, next door. So you can't beat a whole lot of locale, because they always talk about location, and you definitely check that box there. So.
Well, yeah, if you don't make the turn right there, you'll hit us.
Which you don't want.
It's happened a few times.
Okay. Well, hopefully it's only been in the winter where somebody slid off the road.
Exactly.
But I was curious too, so I mean, obviously just your name and where Kate O'Connor's came from, you shared that with me. I was interested if you'd share that with everybody else.
Yeah, so Kate is my daughter and Connor is my son. So Kate O'Connor's Irish pub.
Okay. Is Kate older?
She's younger.
Younger, okay.
Yeah.
Probably just flowed better as far as Kate O'Connor's.
Well, yeah, Connor O'Cady's doesn't really go. So Kate O'Connor's is a good Irish name, you know.
Right.
Actually means something. So.
And it definitely fits too. So my wife's family is Irish, so their last name was O'Connell.
Okay.
So it was kind of interesting when we moved to town. We're like, oh, let's try there.
Right.
So definitely my father-in-law and his family, and we enjoyed coming here too.
Yeah.
So.
Good.
But we were talking about just with last year and COVID and just what it forced businesses like you, of your size, especially with small town America, what things you adapted to and what things you've done. So I was curious if you want to share some about that.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we're kind of small enough to where we can adjust, our menu, our staff size, our seating capacity, all that type of stuff to go with kind of the flow of where COVID was going. We were shut down for a month and a half, so we're just doing to-go orders, and that was difficult.
Yeah.
We're just sitting by ourselves here and nobody was allowed in, and
Yeah.
you know, all of a sudden the phone would start flying off the hook, and it was crazy for about 4 hours a day, and that was
It
it.
was quiet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but really miss the customers and the vibe.
Yeah.
That's kind of what makes an Irish pub,
Absolutely.
and we just didn't have it then. And luckily, we were able to open back up again. You know, 25%, 50%, 75%, and now we're at 100%.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and even with last year, I was talking with you that when they started adapting, kind of creating a family package type to go, whether it be burgers or something different,
Right.
that there was sometimes we waited too long because it was sold out.
Sold out, yeah.
So we called like, oh man, it's all gone.
Right.
So I mean, that's a testament to just the food and the service that you still were able to provide, even in a situation that you're like, okay, how do I navigate this? Because you
Right.
probably were forced to figure out how to do that well.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's you know, you go into survival mode, and you know, it's our income, it's our livelihood, so
Mhm.
it's our kids' namesake.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna make it work, you know.
Right.
And luckily, you know, we were able to do to-go orders. People still have to eat.
Sure.
So you know, we fed a lot of people during COVID, and
Yeah.
you know, I'm grateful for it.
Yeah. Well, and talking about just location as well. So, I mean, we're fortunate for being close to Lake Michigan and Chicago and just
Right.
all the draws, just dealing with some of the state line issues from last year too.
Right.
Just the number of people that you were in a central location for, it worked out really well.
It did, yeah. I mean, poor people up in Michigan, they were closed down forever.
Yeah.
And you know, same thing in Chicago. We're just closer to Michigan, and you know, 3 or 4 women would come down just to get their nails done because they couldn't go to a salon or whatever in Michigan, and they'd stop here for lunch. And so it was just kind of things like that. Just kept us really busy.
Yeah.
Where you know, Michigan wasn't open, so
Right.
they have to go somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we kind of felt sorry for them, and we're glad they're open and running, and you know, wish them the best of luck.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, very good, Steve. Well, again, I just want to tell you thank you in reference to just what you do for this community and the services that you provide here and just the excellence that you do it in. So I'm looking for your help at this point. So again, just New Carlisle and surrounding communities, if you can do me a favor and just like and share this, and that's going to allow the opportunity just of the ripple effect of allowing more people to know what's great and what Steve has going here. So just look forward to the opportunity that Steve gets to meet you in the future and go from there. But again, thanks for watching this next chapter, and we'll see you soon. All right, thanks.